Most people don't struggle with money because they're irresponsible or bad at math. They struggle because they're trying to follow advice that's too complicated for real life. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the simple money system I wish I used earlier. One that works even when motivation is low and life is busy. Define the problem clearly. Most money advice sounds good on paper. Track every dollar, optimize every category, adjust constantly. But real life doesn't work like that. Income changes, expenses surprise you, energy comes and goes. So people build detailed systems, fall behind once, feel guilty, and eventually quit altogether. The problem isn't discipline, it's complexity. A good money system should work by default, not only when you're focused and motivated. The core principle of a simple money system. Here's the rule I wish I learned much earlier. Your money system should make the right decision the easiest decision. If your system relies on willpower, it will eventually fail. If it relies on constant attention, it will eventually break. Simplicity isn't about caring less about money. It's about reducing decisions so progress happens automatically. Step 1, separate your money by purpose. The first thing I do is stop mixing everything together. When all your money lives in one account, every decision feels harder than it needs to be. Instead, I'd separate money by purpose. One account for bills, one account for spending, one account for saving. That's it. No advanced tools, no complicated apps, no spreadsheets required. This single change creates instant clarity. When bills are separated, you stop wondering whether rent will clear. When spending is limited to one account, overspending becomes visible. When savings is separate, you stop accidentally using it. This isn't about control, it's about reducing mental load. Step 2, automate the important things. First, once money is separated, automation becomes simple. I'd automate rent or mortgage utilities, minimum debt payments, a small savings transfer. Automation equals consistency, and consistency matters more than intensity. When money moves automatically, you don't forget, you don't negotiate with yourself, you don't rely on motivation. Even small automated savings matter because they create momentum. You're teaching your system what normal looks like. Step 3, use one simple spending rule. Instead of tracking every purchase, I'd use one rule. If it's not a bill, it comes out of the spending account. That's the entire rule. When the spending account is full, spending feels easy. When it gets low, spending naturally slows down. There's no guilt and no judgment, just boundaries. This works because limits are clearer than categories. You don't need to know where every dollar went. You just need to know when to pause. Step 4, plan for imperfect months. Most systems fail because they assume perfect behavior, but life isn't consistent. Unexpected expenses happen, motivation dips, priorities shift. A simple system plans for this. Instead of panicking when something goes wrong, the system absorbs the hit. That's why buffers matter. That's why separation matters. That's why automation matters. The goal isn't perfection, it's resilience. Step 5, build progress slowly and intentionally. Once the system is stable, progress becomes easier. That progress might look like increasing savings by a small amount, paying extra toward one debt, improving income gradually, creating a buffer that buys peace of mind. But here's the key, only improve one thing at a time. Trying to optimize everything at once usually leads to frustration. Simple systems grow slowly, and that's a strength. Common mistakes people make with money systems. Mistake 1, overbuilding the system. More rules don't mean better results. Mistake 2, copying someone else's setup exactly. Your life doesn't look like theirs. Mistake 3, changing systems too often. Constant resets kill momentum. Mistake 4, using shame as motivation. Shame leads to avoidance, not progress. A good system stays boring. Boring systems last. Why this system works long term. This approach works because it respects how people actually behave. It reduces decision fatigue, removes emotional pressure, creates default progress, survives bad weeks. Money improves not because you think about it more, but because friction disappears. Less effort, more consistency. Key takeaways. You don't need a perfect plan or advanced tools. You need a simple system that separates money by purpose, automates the essentials, limits decisions, allow imperfect progress, complexity, feels productive. Simplicity actually works. If you want calm, practical guidance that makes money feel simpler instead of more stressful, consider subscribing to Money Simplified. You don't need perfection. You need a system that works.